Hello, CD Sexton here, member of Team HeliPros. A lot of you guys know me on the forums. I've done a couple of build videos, several picture build threads over the years. I have decided that it was time to answer the question once and for all. I recently built a Whiplash, as you all probably know, or you may not know, you know now, and it was a great build. No problems. It is a big bird, great air presence. There was a recent discussion, member of HeliFreak had asked for comparisons between the Whiplash and the Goblin, trying to decide which one to buy. And I weighed in on some of the options on the Whiplash, some others weighed in options on the Goblins, and enough people made a case that maybe I need to give the Goblin a shot, so I have decided to build me a Goblin. As you can see, I have in front of me a brand new Goblin kit. This is what I believe part of the third or fourth batch of Goblins to leave Italy. I am going to do a build video of this guy, do some reviews, talk about my thoughts. Completely objective. I am truly hoping that everything that I'm hearing about Goblins is true. I know in the very first batch they had some quality control issues that they were very vocal about their commitment to fixing. I don't know anyone who owns a Goblin that's been dissatisfied. That can be verified by the fact that you don't see a lot of them for sale. So I'm truly looking forward to it. I'm going to go into this completely open-minded and just build it from scratch and hopefully enjoy every moment. I will say that this is probably more helicopter than I really need. I am a fast forward flight, big air, sport. You know, I'm not a stick banger. I do very weak 3D. When I mean weak, I mean some sloppy Piro flips and some sloppy elevator and aileron TikToks. I am really progressing quickly though, and I'm hoping that this caliber of a bird will help me get beyond that. So I am setting up my build rather conservatively. Of course, my trusty V-bar full-size blue line 5.2 Pro, of course. I'm going to run the V-bar governor on that. I am, again, not a huge stick banger. I know some guys are running really monster motors on these. I decided to stick with the HK3 4035 500 kV. I know a lot of guys are running 530s and even 560s on these, but I did take a moment and order bigger pinions. I have it comes with a 20 or a 21. And I ordered it comes with 20, I ordered a 21 or 22. So I can get my gearing right to keep my head speed around 2,000, 2,200 range. I know it can handle more than that, but again, I'm not a stick banger. I just want something that's fun and agile and going to give me a lot of room to progress. So 4035, 500 kV. This was a real stump puller in the Whiplash. Did a fantastic job on my X7. I'm sure it'll be enough motor for this bird. I'm going to mate that. I've had some real good success with these. This is the new Scorpion Commander 5 130 amp high volt ESC. This is the non-S-Spec version, so I will be running a Castle Creations Beck Pro V2. I don't want to run a RX pack for weight reasons with this bird, so I am going to run a BEC. From a budgetary standpoint, I decided to run non-high volt servos. I'm going to tell you, I run on these BLS 451s in a Fusion, a Furion 6, Whiplash, a short stint in an X7. Unless you're just a really hardcore stick banger, hardcore guy, you know, like maybe Dave Mullins from Anything Heli, or certainly Rob Cherry. Those guys really go out there and wind these guys out. Burt Kammerer, Tariq, of course. These are enough. 0.1 across 60 degrees, plenty quick, reliable brushless motor, proven technology, and of course the tried and true BLS 251 on the tail. Of course I'll be running a step down regulator for that because these don't like much more than 5 volts. As I said, a fairly simple build. You know, from a budget perspective, you know, if you were upgrading from a 60 series, you could definitely carry electronics. I'm going to take a moment, pull everything out of the box, and go over the carbon and the boom. I'm really anxious to see how the canopy and boom look. They look beautiful in the pictures. So I'm going to take a minute, pull things apart, and get back. Okay, well, I have pulled everything out of the box, as you can see. And let me tell you what, if you have not seen one of these in person, as I have not before tonight, the pictures of this canopy do not do it justice. This is absolutely beautiful. It's better than I expected, straight up. Canopy flexible. I was real worried about this stuff where it goes around the boom and the headgear. No problems at all. Rigid where it needs to be. And just look at that paint scheme. Absolutely beautiful. I bet this thing is stupid easy to see in the sky. That thing is just beautiful. And this boom, that is massive. Look at that boom. A couple of really minor paint inconsistencies right there, but silly stuff, silly little. The couple things I had heard about, I guess the first ones were having problems with the consistency of the cut on the tail servo hole. That looks perfect. These holes needed to gain access to tighten up the boom screws are perfect. In the middle here where the boom support goes, no problems. I mean, this boom is solid. I mean, it's solid. I was worried about it being brittle. I mean, no wonder these things survive crashes. This looks like almost 2 mil carbon, maybe 2 mil or more in parts. Definitely more than 2 mil right there. Absolutely solid. Like I said, silly minor paint defect right there. But other than that, quality in that boom is excellent. I have no complaints. And I certainly have no complaints on this canopy. That is beautiful. As said before, they do give you a nice set of SAB flat barless mains with the green and white Goblin logo. That was a nice one. Makes this kit, you know, people say, I guess the retail on this kit's $1,000, but a lot of people think that's expensive. But when you add up the quality set of blades, quality set of carbon fiber tail blades, you know, if you take those off a Whiplash kit, $8.99, add $130 blades, $30 tail blades, it's more. This is actually, for what you get, pretty good price. The other area of concern I had is I had heard a lot of people complain about the paint quality on the landing struts, the not being consistent even. That looks darn spot on to me. The stripes are perfectly aligned, quality paint, faded in the same places. They have definitely got the quality control issues resolved. So if you were ever thinking about staying away from these because of quality control of parts, that is no longer an issue. They've got their act together. Main frames, good quality. Again, looks like 2 mil carbon. Lots of places to get wires in. I guess the batteries in these go in at an angle. That's going to be kind of neat. Look forward to see that. Good quality carbon there. Carbon fiber tail case. The tail fin. I apologize, I did not take the time to pull it out of the bag. The tail fin is actually one side of the tail case with a bearing. And then you've got this carbon fiber piece, which is the other side of the tail case. And some various carbon pieces. All the carbon in this boom is nice, high quality. Everything is individually bagged and labeled very well. The hardware to actually build it, this looks like the main bearings and pretty much the major load bearing force assemblies here. Looks like a motor goes there, the various drive systems there. Good high quality. Looks like the mill works polished well. Looks good there. This would be the gears for the drive system. The belt drive for the pinion. I have no complaints. This all is on par with anything I've seen. Packaged like the Outrage Fusions, and everything's in foam, easy to see. You got more. Here's the tail, all metal tail. That looks beefy, good. There's your turnbuckle for the tail. Looks great. And then look at the size of this head part. Look at this head, beautiful swash. This heli does not have a swash driver on the head. We'll get into that a little bit more later when it comes time to build the head. Has a different low profile head setup. It looks like it's pre-assembled. As with all birds, I'm going to pull it apart and go through it. If I don't Loctite it, I assume it's not Loctited. I can't help it. And then a massive box of very well labeled, clear as day in English, what bag is for what, and I'm sure those line up to the instructions. And look at this owner's manual. It's very well detailed. Goes over all the specs. Shows everything as you laid out. Very easy to read. They don't try to put 12 steps on the same page. I leafed through this real quick, and I had to say, I am truly looking forward to the build. This drive system, again, multi-stage drive, is new for me. That's the only area of this bird that I have any extra desire to be silly careful with, and you better believe I will go through this carefully. Take some video of that, I'm sure. But I'm looking forward to it. When I got the opportunity to build this helicopter, I said I'm going to run with it. Well, guys, I think that I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go ahead and break everything apart, look through the manual a little more carefully for the first few steps, and decide where to start. I'm a big fan of starting with the head. Gives the Loctite lots of time to set up on the grips and whatnot, swash. But I'll flip to the manual, see what's what, and the next video will have mainframe assembly and or head if it's conducive to start there. But we're going to break this up in a couple of smaller videos. My last ones, there were 30-minute segments and were hard to watch, so I'm going to try to break them up. So that's going to wrap up this first basically unboxing video, and tune in shortly for the next round.